Hi, my name is Florence and welcome to my channel, my first booktube channel. About me, I'm a Kenyan. I live in Hamburg, Germany, and I've called Germany home for the last 16 years. So I'm an English speaking native. Native, I can't say, well, when I was in school, we learned English. So I read mostly in English, and I live in a non-English speaking country. So it's been quite an experience developing my love for books, especially for English books, while living here. And I feel like I lost that connection with books somewhere along the way. But thank God for social media, because I kind of found my love for reading again. And I'm even in a book club here in Hamburg with some really amazing, lovely ladies. I'll link our Instagram handle, the Instagram handle for our book club in the description box. But I just feel like I need more. I need more connection. I just need to connect more with people who also love reading books, and I want to interact more with other book lovers. So that's why I started my channel. So I think it's nice to first just to get to know each other, to introduce myself. So I thought I could do like a newbie booktube tag. Let me see. Yeah, it's called, this is my notebooks. Crazy, yeah. Because I'm recording using my phone, I have everything on my notes app. But yeah, this is my first video. The setup it's not giving what it's supposed to give, but it's the best I could come up with at 11 p.m. At 11 p.m. Sorry about the lighting. It's my first video. I hope there will be improvement. But let me focus. This is the booktube newbie tag. So I'll just go through a few of the questions. I hope this video will not be too long. So why did you start this channel? Yeah, I think I almost answered it already in my introduction, but I'm just looking for connection to other book lovers everywhere. Just looking to connect with other people. I mean, in my day-to-day life, apart from my book club, and we only meet like once a month, I rarely connect with other people who love books. So I feel like YouTube, I spend a lot of time on YouTube and I get a lot of not book ideas, but ideas about new books to read on YouTube and on podcasts. So I thought, let me add my voice into the mix. Yeah, so that's why. What unique things can you bring to BookTube? Well, I think diversity. Yeah. I'm a Black woman living in a non-English speaking country. So you don't I don't see that oft. I guess I haven't really looked into it, because most of the booktubers that I see, whose videos I see, are like recommended by algorithm, and I haven't seen anyone living in Germany. So I think I will bring my own sauce, my own sauce to the mix, and yeah, stir up things a bit. And then number 3, why do you love reading? Oh, why do I love reading? it's for me, it's always been a form of escapism. And I can't say escapism as in trying to escape my current situation or something. No, it's more of just like living in a fantasy world, like it just, I think when I read it, I get not transformed, but how do you say it? How do you say it when when you're moved from one like realm to another? And I feel like books do that for me. I do like in my 9 to 5 job. It's more just physical. I work in the service industry, so I don't do a lot of thinking during while I'm working. So I feel like I need something. I need something even more real, kind of. So that's why I love books, and that's why I've always loved books. It's just it's been it's opened doors to another life that I probably will not live, and just to enjoy different things in my head. Yeah, that's a long answer. What books got you into reading? Oh, and I wrote a list. I'm the youngest in a family of 5. We are 5 kids. So if I can remember, we didn't grow up with much, and we didn't have books. Like, we had educational books. It wasn't like in my parents' budget to buy, as in Kenya we call them storybooks, like books about stories. So apart from textbooks, we only had the books I started reading were set books. We call them set books. I think literature books that you read when you're in school, like in English literature or in Swahili. I can't remember. Yeah, in Swahili too. There were set books, and I used to read my elder siblings' set books, because I remember reading Romeo and Juliet. I could not understand a lot, but I read Romeo and Juliet. I read Things Fall Apart, No Longer at Ease. I think those two are by Chinua Achebe. And I think those are the first like books outside of our educational books that I read. I guess we had libraries, but we didn't go to libraries. And my primary school didn't have a library. So I think those were the first books that I started reading. Then, of course, I would read books that my siblings brought home. Like, I remember maybe I was like 12 and I was reading books by Sidney Sheldon and Daniel Steele. A bit above my age limit. And then there were books by, I remember there's some books called Sweet Valley Twins, and then they went to Sweet Valley High, Hardy Boys, The Famous Five. I don't know. I think they were just books that would come into our house, and I would devour them because we couldn't buy books. Yeah. So those are the first books I started reading. The next, what challenges do you think you will have here, I think, with this channel or on booktube? I would say one that even as I speak, I know I have a problem with is switching languages, because I grew up speaking English, and then now, because I live in Germany, I speak a lot of German. And I've realized that I'm losing a few English words. I I try to express myself in English, but they're like words that are just lost. So that's also one of the reasons why I'm back into reading so many English books, just to try and like keep up with my vocabulary. So I might it might be a bit difficult for me to explain some stuff, because I realize that sometimes I think in German and I'm translating it into English, and some words get lost in translation. But I hope you guys will understand what I'm saying. And another thing is consistency. But this is one of the reasons why I'm filming myself, because I just want you to hold me accountable. I can't even say how many episodes I will post. Let's just start with the first video. And by episodes, I mean videos. Yeah. Where do you read? Mostly I read audiobooks. I listen to audiobooks. Because of my work, I get to... I can work with headphones on. So I just listen to books most of the time. Books and podcasts and of course YouTube, and a bit of music too. So I'm more of an audiobook listener, and if I like a book and it's not available as a audiobook as an audiobook, I will probably buy it. I don't know, I'm not so much of a physical book reader, because most of the time when I get home, it's late, and I have a family, I have kids, and life, I'm so tired. When I open my book, I can only manage like 2 or 3 pages, and that's why I'm more of an audiobook person. And then also I don't like clutter. And I feel like sometimes you can collect so many books and end up buying so many books that you don't read. So that's why I like audiobooks, because with audiobooks, I just download the one that I want and listen to it, and it's done. So, yeah. But I also want to challenge myself to also like read more physical books too, and go to the library. So, the last question is, what kind of books do you read? I read a wide range of books. I read especially books by Black female authors. I have a weakness for such books, and that's one of the category of books that we read in our book club. So when we talk about, like, people talk about other books, then I get to hear about them, and I always find myself looking for them more. And I'm a wide reader. I read self-help books, I read fiction, I read non-fiction, I read memoirs, I read romance. I love romance books. I'm not so much of a fantasy books reader. I don't know if that's how it's called. There are a lot of thrillers, maybe. What else? Crime, not so much. But I try not to limit the categories of books that I like. So I don't know if I answered. I believe I've answered all the questions. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe to my new channel, and I can't wait to film the next video, because yeah, there are like a few books that I would love to talk about. And yeah, I can tell you about how I feel about them. And maybe you can also like recommend some new books to me. Also, I have a podcast where I talk about books. It's called One More Book Podcast. It's available on wherever podcasts are available. I have like 5 episodes, I believe. And yeah, when I listen back to them, I cringe a bit. But I feel like, yeah, I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself because, yeah, I have a podcast. So check out my podcast. I will link it below in the description box. And yeah, subscribe and like and comment under this video. I would love to read about where you are and which books are you reading. So thank you very much, and yeah, take care. Bye.